Tokyo Ghoul is a Japanese dark fantasy manga series written and illustrated by Soi Ishida. It was serialized in Shueisha's seinen manga magazine Weekly Young Jump between September 2011 and September 2014, and was collected in 14 tankobon volumes. The main protagonist of the story, Ken Kaneki, is a 19-year-old black-haired university freshman that receives an organ transplant from Rise, who was trying to kill him before she was struck by a fallen I-beam and seemingly killed. After the operation, Kaneki develops ghoul-like tendencies and characteristics, and his rationality begins to wane. As one that now doesn't belong to humans or ghouls, he struggles to keep his ghoul identity secret, as always fighting against his ghoul side while trying to continue to live like a normal human. He later works as a waiter for Anteku under their guidance. After his fight with a CCG investigator, he gains the name Eye Patch because of his mask design and because somewhat famous after a ghoul saw him defeating the investigator. He loves to read and is normally quiet and reserved, but can also be calculating when fighting. He has a bad trait of easily trusting strangers, which sometimes put him in life-threatening situations. After being kidnapped by a ghoul-run organization known as Ogiri, he is mercilessly tortured and later develops similar traits to his torturer. While being tortured, he has hallucinations of Rise, in which she mocks him about his mother, leading to him finally embracing his inner ghoul, and Kaneki's hair slowly changes color from black to white. He then goes on and eats his torturer, and view on strength changes, and he goes on a power-hungry path by cannibalizing other ghouls in order to get stronger. As the series progresses, Kaneki begins to regret his paths and begin reflecting on his actions and motives. Soi Ishida is a Japanese manga artist. He is best known for his dark fantasy series Tokyo Ghoul, a story about a young man named Ken Kaneki who gets transformed into a ghoul after encountering one. The series then ran from 2011 to 2014 in Shueisha's Weekly Young Jump magazine and was later adapted into a light novel and anime series in 2014. The manga was also translated into English, where it topped the New York Times bestseller list in 2015. A prequel titled Tokyo Ghoul Jack was briefly serialized digitally on Jump Life in 2013. In 2014, he began a sequel titled Tokyo Ghoul Rare. As you can see, Soi Ishida is known for its watercolor art style that shows prominently in all volume covers of the popular horror series. Here's some illustrations for the main character itself. You can see more of the main character's artworks in Soi Ishida's art book named Tokyo Ghoul Zaki. And here's some of them. Kaneki's character design reminds me a lot of side characters in other manga, which in a way makes him stand out in a cast of a lot of colorful characters. He stood out to me because that, especially in that opening scenes with him and Hide. Tokyo Ghoul's comic layout anatomy is right to left because they're read that way because Japanese writing, aka kanji, is read right to left. It's the natural way that writing flows for a native Japanese reader, so the panels follow suit, and the pages and eventually the whole book.